these new housing initiatives and whatnot, you know, you talk about dignity and such like that. I mean, all the language and all that, and it sounds all great, but when you get down to the meat and potatoes of it, all those same barriers and views people have upon the homeless are still in place, and the discrimination. I mean, I'm trying to get housed right now. I've been looking at a few places, and when I contact the landlords, and they say they're looking for working professionals or students, and then when I tell them, when I contacted them and I told them, well, I am a working professional, I'm a social and environmental justice advocate, and self-employed at that, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, we're only looking for students, or there's other things, criteria they're looking at. And there seems to be, like in the housing communities, there is so much discrimination, outward, overt discrimination. They're only looking for females or Filipinos or other marginalized people, but they will not accept Indigenous people. Especially when you experience homelessness and stuff like that, you're labeled right away. You're over scrutinized, and you're kind of under a microscope when you get housed, and people take advantage of that. Landlords take advantage of that. This is, you know what I mean, you kind of look at it, this is Indigenous land, and we have to pay the colonial Canadian society to rent to live on our own land, right? To pay them to live on our own land when we're supposed to be living side by side, Canadians and then the sovereign Indigenous peoples, right? Who have a inherent right to this territory, to our lands and to our resources, but yet when we access those resources and those lands and trying to get housed, we have to pay Canadian institutions for us to be on our own lands. There's a problem right there. It'd be nice to have a house, you know, safe and everything like that, but it's trying to stay housed, and the whole culture. You know, a lot of people suffer from social mental issues, right? Like I myself, I'm not diagnosed with any serious mental issues, but I do have many social problems in integrating myself into society and follow the norms that society puts on us. I have a problem with that, all just because of that history of colonialism and my own history, right? My past histories. So, and a lot of us, we have this outlook that that's your guys' world. That's not our world. You know, the consumerist. You got to work and you got to be, you know, buy this, and you gotta step on others in order to get ahead in society, right? A lot of us have that view that no, we don't want any part of that society. I mean, we just want to live.